Come on, City. We're the famous Man City and we're going to Wembley. 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 We're the famous Man City and we're going to Wembley. Nico O'Reilly makes a difference in that game. And Omar Mamouche. O'Reilly assists Haaland. Hopefully the Haaland injury isn't too bad, because we've got United away coming up. We've got the semi-final against Nottingham Forest, which is going to be on the 26th of April or the 27th. And we're going to need him for that. Because the thing is with Mamouche up front, in certain games it's worked, but in certain games it hasn't. Like today it worked, but when we played Liverpool without Haaland and Mamouche started, it didn't work. So I'm still unsure whether Mamouche can do the job on his own. Great goal. Even though Kepa could have done a bit better for the goal, it's still a good goal, because I think the way that he hit the shot was what made it hard for Kepa to save it. I thought Gundogan played alright today. It was just Bernardo Silva that I thought wasn't very good. And I thought Foden was quite quiet. And De Bruyne looked like more of himself today. It's still like the defensive mistakes that are costing us, because we could have been 2 or 3-0 up. Haaland could have had a hat-trick in the first half. But Núñez makes one sloppy pass and then he doesn't mark the player in the box for their first goal. Sorry about the names. I don't know every single Bournemouth player's name because I don't watch them week in, week out. But that was poor from Núñez. But then we showed character in the second half, sorry. Got the equaliser. Great play from O'Reilly, who set up the first and second goal. And he's helped us a lot in the FA Cup as a super sub. Well, he started against Plymouth, got 2 goals there. He did well against Leyton Orient as well. I don't understand why he's always on the bench, though. He should start more matches, because we need more energy in the midfield. Like, our midfield still struggles with legs, and against like strong midfields, we need like more legs in the midfield, because otherwise we'd get overrun. But McAtee looked quite good when he came on as well. I thought Grealish looked good when he came on as well. We need to give Grealish more of a go in the midfield, because it's the midfield that's our main issue. If we change the midfield around a bit, I don't think would be as bad. I think the midfield's the main problem. I don't know why we don't try a midfield of Kovacic, Gonzalez and O'Reilly. Or Kovacic, O'Reilly and Grealish. And you could obviously play KDB in there as well. We could have put more chances away. We hit the post, Gundogan. We had a few shots that were blocked. Haaland could have had 3 in the first half. There was one time where it opened up perfectly for Grealish to shoot, but he decided to not take the shot on. And I think that shows of a player that's lacking in confidence. So we just need to start putting our chances away more, sort out the defence and not make as many mistakes. And it's been a few times in games this season where Núñez has done that. Like, for example, the derby against United earlier on in the season where we lost 2-1. And I just think he's not a right-back. I think you could do O'Reilly as a full-back at right-back, because he offers something that we don't currently have in the squad with any other player. And that's someone that can actually defend and attack at the same time. And he's better than Lewis. So why not give him more time at fullback? And we've got to change the midfield up a bit as well. McAtee, Grealish and Gonzalez would be a good midfield three as well. Or you could go KDB, McAtee and Kovacic. There's other midfield options. We don't always have to play Gundogan and Bernardo together, because when they play together, it's too slow. And yeah, we did dominate large portions of that second half. And I didn't see that second half performance coming, because at half time when we was 1-0 down, I thought, with how many times we've come back from losing positions this season being very low, I thought we wouldn't come back, but we did come back and we showed great character. The only times we've done that this season is today against Bournemouth, Bruges, and then Chelsea. We need to get into our heads of like the old Manchester City when we go behind, that the game's not over until it's over and we fight to the end. You know that chant, we're Man City, we fight to the end. Up the Blues. And I'm happy that he picked Ederson because I think Ortega, for me, doesn't help us in terms of the way that we want to play. He's not a bad shot saver, but his distribution is absolutely horrific. And I think one of the reasons why, if I think someone was to go out of our keepers, out of Ederson and Ortega, most people would rather it be Ortega because Ederson suits our style of play more. Despite Ederson not being as good as what he once was, I still believe he's a better keeper than Ortega. But thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Roll on the semi-final. I believe we can beat Forest because they have won a lot of their games in this competition on penalties. And in both games we played them, yeah, we lost to them at the City ground. I don't think we played too bad that day, and I don't think there was too much between us and them that day. They just scored a goal on the break, and it was poor goalkeeping from Ederson. But we dominated them at the Etihad, and I fancy us against them, especially at Wembley. If it had been at Forest and they would have had home advantage, I would have been a bit more nervous, but I think we can beat them, especially at Wembley. With the size of the pitch and everything, will suit us more than them. And then you'd obviously say in the final, if we do beat Forest, it'd be Palace or Villa. I'd back us against Palace more because Villa, they've got a proven manager of winning cup competitions in Unai Emery. So, but I suppose if we're to win it, we're going to have to beat the best. And we've got a lot of luck on our way to the semi-finals with Chelsea getting knocked out, Tottenham being knocked out, Man United getting knocked out, Liverpool getting knocked out, Arsenal getting knocked out. So a lot of the big teams are out. So if we can't win this competition, we can't really have anyone else to blame other than ourselves, really. I know Villa are a good side, but player for player, they're still not better than us. But in a cup competition, league form and players goes out the window, everything goes out the window because anything can happen in a one-off game. So, yeah. But we've got Leicester next. Big game for the top 4 race. We should hopefully win that game because they're not doing very well. If we don't win that game, then it's very disappointing. And then we've got United away, which will be very difficult. Because even though they've been absolutely dreadful, like, if we haven't got Haaland, that's my worry for that game. If we haven't got Haaland, it could be a struggle. But we tend to do better against United at Old Trafford than what we do against United at the Etihad. But it is what it is. It's a derby game and it could go either way. Anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you. Up the Blues. We're Man City. We're going to Wembley. Fight to the end. Up the Blues. # all together.